Hey guys, good evening everyone. Welcome to today's session. And as you all know, today's session is about how do you start your preparation for ICSE grade 10th. And I'll be dealing you with the mathematics portion that how you are going to start your preparation. Now, many of you your schools must have started the online classes, and many of you must be looking for any online platform whether it will be YouTube like this channel or any other part, wherever you are looking for. So now, how do you start your preparation? Now, in this process, this part which I'm going to discuss with you is going to be about your self-study, right? That how do you start your self-study? Got it? So this is the main portion which I'm going to deal with you, and I'll be telling you about your syllabus as well, that what is there in your syllabus, okay, what kind of questions are there, and where should you focus more. All those parts I'm going to deal with it today, and notes preparation, everything I'm going to deal with it, because notes making I think is a very important part for your preparation. So all these things we will be discussing today, and once again welcome all of you to today's session. So if I start with it, the first thing which is there, that success needs preparation. Without any without any like uh, without any what do I say, without any conflict, we can say it for sure that success needs preparation. Okay, it is always ticked yes. Got it? So you need to prepare if you want to success, if you want to get success in your this grade 10 part, that is for sure. So preparation today leads to success tomorrow. Start preparing today and tomorrow definitely you'll get success. Got it? But the preparation matters a lot. Without preparation, even if you will think that even a person who wins lottery, you should also prepare to get a ticket at least. Understood? So even in that game of luck, you need to start prepare something. If you want to win lottery, you must go and purchase lottery. Got it? Lottery ticket. So that is how I can tell you that any work you do, any work you are doing, beta, definitely it will require preparation. Got it? So I would just like to tell you what are the units in your syllabus, and then we'll talk about what are the chapters in the syllabus and what are the things which are asked in those chapters, and accordingly you should start preparing. Got it? So your first thing, the book which you should start with is your ICSE Mathematics Concise by Salina Publication. Now this is a very good book, very relevant to your ICSE board pattern. Okay, the questions given to the in this book are quite relevant to your ICSE Broad 10th. And before this session, I have given you one more session that from which books you can prepare for. So in that also I have mentioned you this book, so you can start with this book. If you are having other than that any other book like ML Agarwal or something, you can start with that also, no problem in that. Okay, whatever book you have, just follow any one book, just follow any one book. But if you're following RD Sharma, be more selective while reading, because some of the questions in that RD Sharma, which are the later exercises, many of the questions doesn't make any place in your ICSE grade 10th, and they are just for your higher level of studies. And that is what I will say, ki be very selective while you are going for RD Sharma. Along with any one of these book, you should have one sample paper book as well, or one question bank as well, where you can start preparing. So sample paper also, you can see once the whole syllabus is over, you can start preparing for the sample papers. And if you have a book with which have questions like chapter wise specific questions, you can go for that also. But if you're preparing from this book only, that is going to be more than enough, that I can say for sure. Got it? So your mathematics syllabus has overall 7 units. One is commercial mathematics, then algebra, geometry, trigonometry, probability, coordinate geometry, and mensuration. So these are the 7 units. And now let's see that what and all is present in that part. Okay, what and all is there in this session. So first thing, let us talk about the first unit, that is your commercial mathematics. So in that you have first GST, banking, share and dividend. Okay, GST is this new text. So GST, how do you calculate GST? Those topics are covered in this part. Then banking, there is a recurring deposit method. So recurring deposit questions are there, like if you keep depositing some amount, okay, every month, what is going to be your total amount at the end of the year or at the end of the 2 years. So this part is very easy. Banking wala portion and GST portion is very easy. Banking only has one formula. That formula, if you're done with it, you are good with the whole chapter. Then share and dividend, although the calculations involved in the share and dividend are really easy, the only thing is you should focus more on the terminologies given here, like the face value, the market value, dividend percentage. Okay, so all those things you have to listen carefully, you have to understand their meaning, and once you are good with the meaning of all these points, you will not face any difficulty in share and dividend. Got it? So the major thing to focus in this commercial mathematics part is one on GST and one on share and dividend, and mostly on the terminologies, because unless your terminologies are good, you will not be able to solve the questions. Got it? So terminologies, focus more on terminologies part. Okay, beta? So this is what is your first unit all about. A small unit, always start with commercial mathematics because it's way more different than all the other chapters. Okay, the use of commercial mathematics will not be used in any of the other sequence, other units. Got it? It's a separate unit, so use start with that and a small unit, so it will be complete soon. Got it? Then comes the next part, which is your algebra. So algebra has these many chapters. So first is your linear inequations. Okay, around 7 chapters it has. So first is your linear inequations. Now you have already studied linear equations. Now linear inequations means more than, less than, more than equal to, less than equal to. These signs will be there in place of equal to. Suppose if I say 2x plus 3 is equal to 5, you can solve it. But now the questions will be 2x plus 3 is greater than 5. 2x plus 3 is less than 5. So in that, first you need to understand the meaning of those signs. How do you operate? Very much similar to transposition method, but some a bit one or two steps are different, because in equal to sign there is a part that you shift all LHS RHS, doesn't matter, but here it matters a lot. The sign is less than or equal to. So these part you have to take care that when you take negative common, the sign changes. So these kind of things focus that where this linear inequalities, the solution of linear inequalities changes from transposition method or from the equations to inequations. Focus on that part, and then you have to get the range. Here you don't get one answer specifically, you get a range. Suppose if I give you that x is greater than 3 and x is belonging to num integer, so what are the answers? So answers will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All those will be my answer. So in this you will get the range for x, that the answer for x belongs here, and represent them on the number line. Okay, very interesting chapter, and it will be used in your upcoming grades as well. Okay, commercial mathematics is not related to your upcoming grades. After that it will not be there in your syllabus. 11th and 12th, if you are taking science and maths, it will not be useful. If you are taking commerce, their commercial mathematics will be useful for you. Okay, then comes quadratic equations in one variable. So quadratic equation, nature of roots, how do you solve the problems, factorization method, completing the square method, all those will be there. Easier chapter, focus more on the application part, where how do you solve the questions with are involving with real life problems. So there you have to focus more. Then comes the ratio and proportion. So ratio and proportion, you will be having mean, proportion and all. वेरी इजी चैप्टर, बहुत इजी चैप्टर है, बहुत ज्यादा इजी चैप्टर है. जस्ट रिमेंबर द फॉर्मूलाज वॉट एवर इज गिवन. ठीक है, वॉट इज मीन प्रपोर्शन, वॉट इज फर्स्ट proportion, all those if you will understand carefully, you can do this chapter on your own. I'm telling you, it's very easy. Then comes factorization of polynomials. Now very important, factorization of polynomials is very important, because if you are going for higher studies, especially in science and maths, polynomials you have to factorize, right? So factorization of polynomials is very important. Algebra overall I would say is very important. Okay, after that come matrices. Matrices is also very important. Matrices you're going to study in detail in the higher grades, but now you will be just understanding the basics, that what are matrices, okay, what are the types of matrices, and then will be coming like addition of matrices, subtraction of matrices, so multiplication. Those operations you're going to deal with it. Addition, subtraction and multiplication is there in your syllabus. Okay, so deal with it carefully, deal with it carefully. Easy chapter, easy chapter, just fair enough easy chapter. Read the terminologies for perfectly, that what is a null matrix, what is a unit matrix, what is a row matrix, what is a column matrix. Okay, order of a matrix. So these all terms you have to be very careful when you are solving this part. Then comes arithmetic and geometric progression. Easy chapter, fairly easy. Arithmetic will have two formulas, geometric progression also has two formulas. Mainly the questions involve around finding the nth term of an sequence or AP or GP and finding out the sum of AP or GP. These are the two major problems and there are formulas for that. Remember that, and then after that it all depends upon how you are doing with your calculation. Okay, beta? Then comes the coordinate geometry. So coordinate geometry will be having your first distance formula and the section formula. Okay. Then after that in the coordinate geometry part, after you're done, then there is a problem of reflection. Fairly easy topic. Coordinate geometry is fairly easy for you all. Area of triangle and all. So fairly easy. You are not going to face much difficulty. So algebra comparatively is a good topic. Okay. And here you need to focus more because algebra will be useful in the upcoming grades. Okay. So now onwards, whatever units I'm going to discuss, many of them are going to be used in your upcoming grades. Okay. Yaad rakhna this thing. Next, come to the part of geometry. Now, geometry first topic, although it looks like a small unit, but students face most of the problem in this section only, that is geometry. Because similarity topic, that is similarity of triangle, is a very good topic. You need to focus more. There are no, we just give you in geometry. The part is that we give you theorems. Now, how to use them, how to utilize them, that all is your forte. You have to learn it. More and more problems you are going to solve, the more and more confident you will get about this part. Okay? So geometry mein you have to focus more on similarity of triangles because from this portion many problems comes in your examination. Okay? After that comes loci. Loci means what? The points, many points they will form a shape, so you have to tell that what is the shape calling. So loci you have mainly three parts. One is the circle. What circle represents? A circle represents a locus of all the points equidistant from the center. Okay? So you will understand it further. So one is the circle and then angle bisector and perpendicular bisector. These 3 points, what locus they represent, that is what will be in your syllabus. Understand it carefully. The chapters is very easy chapter. Then comes circles. Now circles is a chapter which is full of theorems, many theorems, and even when you're solving the problems of circles, you should be thorough with each and every theorem which is related to circles. Then only you'll be able to understand that which theorem can be used at what time. If you don't remember theorems, a small question you will face a huge difficulty. Okay, so make sure circles and similarity theorems are there. Like in similarity, basic proportionality theorem is there. So these theorems you revise properly, you understand them, and then only go for the solving of the questions. And then comes construction. Construction is very easy. There is a draw construction of a tangent from an external point to a circle. Then construction of in circle, that means a circle is there, inside that a triangle is there. Okay, so how do you get a triangle is given, sorry, a triangle is given, inside the triangle you have to draw a circle. Sorry, I have said that wrong. In circle means what? Inside a triangle you will be given a triangle, you have to draw a circle inside it such that all the three sides of the triangle are tangent to the circle. So the circle should be touching all the three sides. Got it? So the main part is to get the center of that circle. After that, it's very easy. So very easy method. It might sound difficult to you right now, but it's very easy. Then construction of circumcircle, in that it's just opposite triangle will be given and you have to draw a circle outside the triangle such that it will be touching all the three vertices. Okay. So fairly very easy construction. And then there is a construction of regular hexagon. Got it? So these are the construction involved. Four constructions are there. Fairly easy topic. Aata hai, and scoring topic because no one makes the questions of construction wrong. There is nothing they can twist about it. Okay, fairly direct questions are asked. Okay, so loci and construction are easier chapter. In geometry, similarity and the circles topic are the topics where you need to focus more. Then comes the topic mensuration, in which area and volume of solids is given. And what are the solids? Cylinder, cone, and sphere. So you should know the PSA, CSA, and volume formula for all these three. Then the combination of solids. If I combine a cylinder and a sphere, what will be the surface area and what will be the volume? So volume fairly in the combination of solids, volume is very easy. Surface area is the part where you need to focus more. When I combine two solids, surface area is the part where you need to focus more. Okay. With sphere, hemisphere is also there as well. And then comes the melting questions, that if I melt once say cylinder and if I form a cone of same height, what is will be the radius. So those kind of questions are there. Easy, don't worry. Mensuration is an easy topic for me. If you remember the formulas and if you remember the concept, it is going to be easy for you. Okay. Trigonometry, it's mostly up to the basic level for you all. Trigonometric identities and the properties of trigonometric ratios. So all trigonometric ratios are there, so complementary relation, reciprocal relation, and then identities and questions based on those identities. Okay. So many students feel ki sir, how do we proceed further? So just think that if you focus carefully, look at any problem or trigonometric identity, you will see that whatever you are doing in that question is simple addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division, nothing new. The only thing is you have to focus that if something is given, one thing will be given, you to prove that this is equal to that. So this you want to get at the end. So try to make your calculation in such an order that you reach here. That is the main trick here. When I'll be going through that topic, I'll explain it to you that how do you think ahead, how do you think forward, that this question will be solved in this manner, this question will be solved in this manner, everything we are going to discuss. Then comes the problem of height and distance. So this is like the application of trigonometry. This is like the application of trigonometry. How can you apply the knowledge of trigonometric ratios which you have learned in the real life? Trust me, compared to trigonometric identities, your height and distance topic, you are going to love it. It is going to be very easy. Mostly all the problems involves one triangle or two triangle. Make the equations for those two triangles with the trigonometric ratio and solve it further, you will get your answer. So in trigonometric, focus more on trigonometric identities. In geometry, similarity and the circles. Got it? Then the next part comes statistics. Now, statistics is a topic which is for those students who are taking science and maths ahead. For them, it is not going to be much importance. But for all of you who are right now in grade 10, that means all my dear students, for all of you, the statistics topic is very important. Because first thing, very easy topic. Simple formulas are there. You just have to learn those formulas and solve it. Second thing, that the questions are very scoring. Each year in your ICSE exam, there will be a question to draw an ogive, okay, less than ogive, and that question comes for 6 marks in your section B. Definitely it will be there. Okay, so directly you will get some marks. So this topic, this unit statistics is very important. Measures of central tendency is how to find out mean, mode, and median for a grouped data. Then graphical representation means how do you draw histograms and ogives. So this question comes for 6 marks. So as you can see, the question, the statistics alone comes for around 10 marks in your paper and fairly easy. Remember the formulas? Done. Okay. Last unit is your probability. A probability is such a topic which you should not leave at any under any circumstances, because this is the easiest topic in your whole syllabus. Okay. Mostly the question involves the first thing, coin problems, dice problems, card problems if they are going a bit tougher ones, and then a question of leap year is there. Okay, so these four kind of questions are there. Other than that, there is nothing which can stop you from attending any one or two questions. Probability is very easy topic, trust me on this. Okay, beta. So this is how I have told you that these are the topics and these are the important points here. Okay, focus more on algebra, geometry, and trigonometry and mensuration. Okay, these four are the units where the questions can play with you. They can make the question tricky. These are the four units: algebra, geometry, mensuration, and trigonometry. These are the four units from which the HOTS question will come. They cannot give you a HOTS question from commercial mathematics. They cannot give you a HOTS question from statistics, and they cannot give you a HOTS question from probability. No, because the topics are so easy, they cannot even form a HOTS question. Got it? The questions will be direct. But from the remaining four units which I have told, especially from algebra and geometry, prepare more. The HOTS question has more chances to come from algebra and geometry. Okay, because I can raise the level up for any question, and you can, and I will show you that that same question can be solved with the with the knowledge you have. When I'll be taking your one unit one by one, one by one, one by one, will be discussing questions also when we'll be having classes. So I'll tell you very carefully that see, this question is a HOTS type, but there is no extra knowledge involved here. Just with the knowledge you have, you can solve this question. Got it? So that is the importance of HOTS question. So these four units which I mentioned, algebra, geometry, mensuration, and trigonometry, requires your deep knowledge. Okay, requires deep knowledge and requires deep study and more practice. More practice this involves. Okay. Now, so first thing beta, I have told you which units to focus more practice, and the other three units, commercial mathematics, statistics, and probability. It is not like you should avoid it. You should read it because they are scoring, yeah. No HOTS question means the questions are going to be direct. So don't leave those units at any cost, at any cost. Got it? And even in all these four units which I've told, algebra, geometry, mensuration, trigonometry. So in this part also beta, suppose ratio and proportion is there, matrices, APGP, coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry still they can form a good question. APGP, matrices and ratio and proportions. Okay, they won't be able to form a HOTS question out of these topic. The HOTS question can be from linear inequalities, quadratic equations, factorization of polynomials, or coordinate geometry. In geometry, they can go from similarity of triangles or circles. From there, they can pick your HOTS question. Loci and construction will not involve any HOTS question because the questions are going to be direct. Mensuration, mostly mediocre questions they can ask, not more than that, because already you have learned, if you have learned all the concepts, now all this which I'm telling you na, for those students who have learned everything, who have studied everything. Without studying, if you are thinking ki, are sir has told us that statistics is easy so no need to learn it, that will not happen. You have to go through it, right? And trigonometry is a part where trigonometric identities in this topic they can create a HOTS question. Got it? So focus on these topics a lot. Now let's come to our next part, which is what is the exam pattern, because you should know what war you are preparing for, right? So your examination pattern is like section A has 4 questions, short answer type, and they will be 40 marks. So they have 4 questions, you have to attempt all the 4 questions. And then section B will be given 7 questions, out of which you have to attempt any 4 questions. Now in section A, each question, wait, see, 4 questions of 10 marks, so each question will be of 10 marks. So section A, each question will be divided in 3 units. Okay, first question of 3 marks, second question of 3 marks, third question of 4 marks. So all these 4 questions from section A you have to attend short answer type. Now in section B, as you know, in your examination they give you 15 minutes to read this question. So your those 15 minutes you should read section B first. You should read section B first, because section A you have to do anyhow. Read section B first and mark which 4 questions you are going to attempt. Now in section B, out of these 7, 6 questions have the same pattern. They will have 3 sub questions, 3 marks, 3 marks, and 4 marks. And out of those 7, 1 question will have 2 sub questions. 1 question will be of 6 marks, 1 question will be of 4 marks. So the question which is of 6 marks is the question of drawing histogram of ogives or ogives. Okay, so that will be a bigger question. It is more time consuming. So it is not like it is a difficult question, it is time consuming. That is why the question is of 6 marks. Okay, so this is your exam pattern. Now to do good in your examination, first habit which you should start from the starting only, that is your notes making. You have to take notes. Why to take notes? First thing, that is the useful record of information, right? First thing, you have made the notes of the important formulas, you have made the notes of the important questions, so that is a useful data which you can utilize it at any given point. When the time is less, you can just refer your notes and you're good to go. Second is it helps your writing. It makes your note, do you know that note making is an art itself? Not anyone can make notes. It requires years of practice. Then only when you'll be in your colleges or when you'll be preparing for your other competitive examinations, okay, there it will be useful for you. Suppose if you're preparing for IIT, so your coaching will provide you notes, but from those notes also you have to prepare your own notes, so that at the end of the revision you will not be going for a whole book. No, you will just go through your 5 to 6 pages notes which you have made. In that you will be mentioning your important questions also. So that is how you study it. Okay, it helps your writing, helps understanding. Obviously when you are revising your notes again and again, it will help your understanding, helps memory because you are revising it, and helps exam revision. This is the best exam, this is the best point of making notes, because during the time of examination you sometimes you don't have enough time to go through the whole book. Even though suppose if you are given 7 days of gap, okay, you have done your syllabus in the 6 days. Now in the last day, rather than going through the whole book again, there is a possibility that you might not go through the whole book again. So If you have done the whole book in the first 6 days, in the last day just refer your notes. It's as easy as that. Before starting any chapter, suppose if I'm starting the geometry unit, I said I will start geometry unit. Now if I have already made the notes when I was studying it for the first time, I will first refer to my notes, small notes. I will go through all the theorems very carefully and then I will start solving questions. So it is going to help me a lot in my revision. So note making is an art. Please don't miss it. Whatever you study, make your own notes. Make your own notes. Your school teacher, they will all give you the notes in which you will going to write everything, but maintain a separate small notebook and write your own notes, especially for science and maths. For other subject, if you're not making, no problem. Especially for science and maths, make your own notes. Okay? Now remember beta, please don't do procrastination that अरे बहुत सारा time है, we have 1 year. Start preparing now. In small bits, if you will prepare now, your load at the end of the year is going to be highly reduced. Got it? Procrastination doesn't help anyone. Please don't imagine the planning. Oh, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do this, I'll do that. Please don't do that. So not tomorrow, not next week, not when I have time. You have time. Start now. Start now. Now one thing I would like to tell you from my experience, for many students, they will always ask me, sir, how do I avoid procrastination? I always procrastinate. That means I only imagine. शेख चिल्ली के ख्वाब है मेरे. Okay, मुंगेरी लाल के हसीन सपने हैं मेरे. That I'll just dream about it, but I'll not be able to do that part. So for all of you people who are like feeling that you are procrastinating a lot, what you can do now? See, this procrastination is a habit, and this habit can be changed. Right? Any habit can be changed over a course of 21 days. There's a study over there, but for a part you do this, make it your habit, what I'm going to tell you now. Eventually you will see that there is no procrastination in your life. What you need to do is make a very small target for you. I'm not saying ki start with the target, because since we have time now, this will not work at the end of the examination. This will work only now. How to get rid of the procrastination? Start with a very small target. For example, start with whatever subject you like, in that also very small target. Suppose if you like Hindi, you like English, start with that. You like science mein, you like biology, start with that. You like maths, start with that. And keep a very small target. For today, the smallest target, what you can say, chalo, I am keeping you very small target. In mathematics, start with, in 2 days I will complete one exercise, not even one chapter, one exercise. One exercise. That's a fairly small target, and you have to do that at any cost, because the target is very small. Because the target is very small. Got it? So this way, keep your target for 1 week, same small target. Next week, increase the target a small by a small margin. Then next week again increase the target by a small week. Then again next week increase the target by a small week. This way, if you will see, by the end of the 1 month, your target will increase by one chapter per day, or two exercise per day, not one chapter, two exercise per day, because many subjects are there as well. So you can go for two exercise from maths and one chapter of SST. This way you can increase your target slowly. So don't start ki today I'm going to complete one chapter of maths, one chapter of science, and one chapter of SST. Now you have created such a big target for yourself that you know it is not going to be over. That is not going to be over. If you finish it today, next day how will you get that same motivation to complete it? Okay, suppose third day you missed it. Now third day there is a burden on you. Fourth day the burden will increase. Fifth day the burden will increase more, and then you will feel demotivated and you will leave it. Got it? So first train yourself to achieve the target. So start with small targets. Start with small targets and then go further. Start with small targets and then move further. That where you can get the next part. Okay? So very important thing, how do you get rid of the procrastination? Start with the very small target and keep eventually increasing it. When you think that, okay, the target is good enough for me, I'm completing it way ahead of my time, increase it more, increase it more. Make yourself feel compatible to finish it. And eventually you will see that your target per day has increased so much that you have never imagined. So please follow this religiously. I'm telling you, you are going to benefit a lot from this. ठीक है बेटा. So start with the, as I have told you in all the units, start with commercial mathematics and then algebra one by one, because algebra will be used in geometry in solving problems, then mensuration also, and then the part of trigonometry, fairly separate units. But algebra first, commercial mathematics, and then algebra, then geometry. If you'll go in that order na, it will be good for you. Okay. Statistics and probability, you can do it anytime. Okay, whenever you feel like completing statistics and probability, you can go, you can do those part on your own also. If not, whatever your teachers are going through it, go with that method. Okay, but maintain your target, a small target. Start with a small target. Whatever you feel you can easily achieve, that will help you to remove your procrastination. Okay beta. So all of you, all the students, as you all know, that all of you can study from the safety of your home, that Vedantu is committed to help. So free access to all the live classes and content of Vedantu is given. To go to know more about it, go to vdnt.in slash ytlive. VDNT short for Vedantu.in slash YT YouTube YT live LIVE. Okay, go to this link. You will get to know that what are the courses available for you, and you can watch them. Okay. Now, if you have really liked this video, if you have really liked the points which I mentioned with you, like this video with your friends, beta, share this video and subscribe to this channel. I'm sorry I could not come live for this class because I have some other classes, but don't worry, I will come live. As you know, I'll come live for your quizzes and all, so don't worry, I will come live soon. So thank you so much for attending the session. Please like this video, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to press that bell icon, that will give you the notification for all the upcoming videos. Every day we'll upload around 4 to 6 videos every day, so don't miss out on anything. Okay, so thank you so much for attending the session. I'll see you soon in the next class. Till then, start preparing. Don't procrastinate. How not to procrastinate, I have given you the hint about that also, so please use that trick. Okay, so this is all from my side in today's class. Thank you so much for attending the session. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Good night. See you. Bye bye.